Blaze. Get a lady, get a cold aspirin.
What's the matter? You were out there on the street, Ginny. Did anything seem kind of strange to you?
Oh, now that you mention it, I don't believe I've ever known a street to be quite so quiet. Why would that upset you?
There's going to be a gunfight come high noon.
A gunfight?
Yeah.
In the middle of Main Street? Good heavens, do you know I've only read about such things? I've never. But that's positively barbaric.
Oh, I agree. And the trouble is, one of the barbarians happens to be the man I love, Buck. And I tried to talk him out of it, but he just won't listen. He says it's a matter of honor.
Oh, what nonsense. There is no honor in two grown men shooting at each other. I, for one, am not going to stand for that.
Oh, now, Ginny, where are you going?
Oh, I'm going to the sheriff's office. The sheriff will put a stop to this gun.
Oh, honey, save yourself. Oh, the sheriff doesn't have enough spine to stand up to Buck. And if he's determined to gun that stranger down, no power on earth is going to stop him.
Stranger? What stranger is that?
Well, the one who's been a thorn in Buck's side ever since he came into town. You know that fella, Clint?
I can certainly understand that the ranchers and the farmers might be at odds with one another, but what on earth does their struggle have to do with Clint Buchanan?
Well, he's just kind of taken it on as his own. It's just the kind of man he is, I guess. From the moment he came to town, he's been tweaking Buck's nose, trying to get the ranchers to live and let live.
He's a remarkable man. Foolish. Of course, he's remarkably foolish. If he wants people to live in peace, why on earth would he consent to be involved in a gunfight?
Rest. My eye and hand action sharp as ever.
Oh, Buck, shooting the necks off of bottles is not the same as shooting a man.
You're right. Man's a bigger target. Can't miss. Give me some whiskey.
Just get it yourself.
Oh, Blaze, honey, is that any way to talk to a man who's going to be looking down the barrel of a gun? You know I didn't come for a drink. I come over to tell you the last time. You don't have to worry, honey.
My goodness, how considerate of you.
I beg your pardon, ma'am?
From the bluster of your words, I take it that you are Buck Buchanan.
Blaze, honey, who is this?
Her name's Ginny. She's new.
I may be new to Buchanan City. I am not new to the laws of this country, and as a law-abiding citizen, I simply will not allow you to continue with this ludicrous shootout. Kindly hand me your pistol.
It's a joke, right? My boys put you up to Laredo deal one of them.
Oh, now, Ginny, then what you don't understand...
Oh, please. I know a common bully when I see one. In San Francisco, where I come from, sir, we do not put up with churlish and childish games. I see no reason to tolerate it while I'm here in this town. Disarm yourself.
My hat is off to you, lady. You got more guts than any man in this town. Take a swig of this and get a grip on yourself.
I am in perfect control of myself. You, on the other hand, are about to participate in mindless bloodletting. I simply will not allow it. I insist that you disarm yourself.
Oh, now, Buck, I'm asking you for the last time.
Hush.
But this is madness. This is absurd. This is ridiculous that such a thing could even be taking place in 1888.
Oh, this ain't San Francisco, Ginny.
No, this is America. This is a land of laws and not guns. Don't those gentlemen realize they cannot solve their differences by shooting at each other in the street?
Oh, no. Miss Blaze. Oh, I just came in the back way. Has it started yet? Oh, May, honey. That clock will tell the tale. When both hands are praying, somebody's bound to die.
Oh, excuse me, miss. Are you a part of this sordid business?
Oh, I'm sorry. You two haven't met. May McGillis, Ginny Fletcher.
McGillis? Oh, it must be your farm where Mr. Clint Buchanan is working.
Yes, ma'am. And you're the lady that's spending so much time in town with Clint?
No, we haven't spent much time together. We've talked on occasion, that's all.
Well, I tried to stop Clint from coming to town, but my papa and Cody and even my little brother Buddy, they see everything the way that Clint sees it. Oh, no, and I tried stopping Buck, but you can just guess how far I got. So they're all out there, grown men refusing to give up on a foolish schoolyard dare. I just hope that Cody does what he promised me. He said he was going to ride escort in town for Clint, and then they were all going to get safe when the shooting started.
Which means
it'll just be Clint and my Buck. Oh, Miss Blaze. I'm sorry. I didn't know that he meant that to you. Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't. Why should I care what happens to him?
It's all right to let your true feelings out. I do think we are all frightened here, each in our own way, and for our own reasons.
But it's my fault. Buck has asked me to settle down and love him for the man he was. And if I'd have just said yes, maybe I could have had a chance to stop all of this. But oh no, you know me, I just got to try and change it. Oh, Lordy, I swear, if Buck comes back in here alive, I promise I'll quit playing hard to get and I'll just love that man for the rest of my days.
Well, now, I am not very well acquainted with Mr. Clint Buchanan, but he does not appear to me to be a man who lives by the gun. Now, surely there must be a way that he can put a stop to this fight before it begins.
Well, I wasn't going to take part in this, but I just can't stand it. Where's that clock? Oh. It's noon. Oh, my Lord. Oh, please take care of him. Oh, amen. Amen. Each other like a couple of stags. I don't know how you can just sit there and drink that sarsaparilla, Miss Fletcher.
Two supposedly grown men about to blow each other to kingdom come. If life is so cheap to them, why should it matter to me?
Oh, I'm so worried about him. I don't know, I don't know what the outcome of this is going to be, but maybe it's going to put an end to all this hatred that is here in Buchanan City.
Tell me something, Miss McGillis. How do you put an end to hatred? By committing murder?
I don't know. I'm just trying to think of something that would be good to come out of all this. Do you hear that quiet? Oh, I just hate that quiet. It's like any minute.
No, don't say that. Don't even think it. We must somehow believe that those guns will remain silent.
You're asking for a miracle, Miss Fletcher?
If that's what it takes to save a life, then yes, I do believe a miracle would be quite in order.
Well, I just can't stand it here anymore. I'm going to go out there on that porch with Blaze. Are you coming or not?
No. I cannot condone violence. I cannot.
Get right up, Clint. The drinks are on the house.
Pleasure.
Good afternoon, Mr. Buchanan. I heard 2 gunshots.
Yes, one mine and one Buck's.
Oh, dear, did you kill the man?
No, I just winged him. It never was my intention to shoot to kill. It's not in my nature.
But you engaged him in battle.
Well, he didn't give me a lot of choice. I had to get his attention to try and get him to stop this range war once and for all.
And have you succeeded?
I'd like to say yes, but I have my doubts.
Oh, now.
We are not finished, stranger.
I say we are. We're finished fighting, Buck. We're finished. 20-some years ago, this country had a civil war with father against son and brother against brother. Didn't you folks learn anything from it?
Well,
I say it's time to hang up the guns and start living in peace with each other.
this is my land.
Yes, it is. It is your land. And it's her land, and his, and theirs. It's everyone's land. And you'd better get used to the idea.
I have protected it all my life.
And men have given their lives to protect it. And more men will give their lives to protect it. Now, you better change your way of thinking, Buck, because you don't really have a lot of choice. The future is here. It is upon you. Now, when this railroad comes in, it's not going to bring just civilization. It's going to bring a whole new kind of ruthlessness. The kind ruled by big money.